And welcome back to Your Future, Your Finances. We're talking again with Carissa Miller of Transamerica Capital regarding Social Security and Social Security planning. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We were talking at the end of last segment, but it bears repeating, on Social Security. How do you think people go about deciding when to start taking payments?
So there's 3 times you can decide to collect. You can take payments at your full retirement age, where you'd receive 100% of your primary insurance amount. Or you can take reduced benefits as early as the first month you turn age 62. If you're 66 right now, that'd be a 25% decrease to your Social Security amount. Or you can delay benefits past full retirement age until age 70, where you make 8% a year. So one way to decide is based on the amount of the monthly check. So if your primary insurance amount at age 66 is $1,000, by taking it early, you'd receive $750 at age 62, or by delaying to age 70, you'd receive $1,320 a month. So mathematically, you can see that by delaying from full retirement age until age 70, you're going to receive a 32% increase. And by waiting from 62 to 70, that's a 76% increase.
That's a big increase.
It is, and that's one way people might decide. Another way to decide is based on the break-even analysis, where they might ask the question, well, how long would I have to live for it to pay off for me to wait? So someone might ask, well, if I file at 66 and not 62, what is that break-even point? And the answer is age 78. So if someone were to pass away before 78, well, that may have been the wrong decision, right? But the most important thing we want people to really understand is that Social Security is a 100% survivor benefit. So even if you or your spouse live past age 82 and a half, you're actually better off filing at age 70. You would have maximized your benefit that way. So life expectancy is one of the most important ways to determine when to file, and also just keep in mind longevity is really increasing. It's estimated today that a 65-year-old couple has a 50% chance that one of them will live until age 92.
Wow.
Now there are, it is, and there are other factors to include as well, like life expectations. If you want to travel and different things like that, and assets that you might have. So we also recommend working with financial advisors, because advisors can really help someone not make the decision in a vacuum. They can help them make the decision when looking at their entire retirement plan and how to coordinate the benefits the best way possible.
Yeah. You talked about spousal benefits, so there's a whole extra layer of Social Security, I guess, to spousal benefits.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
So for spousal benefits, you don't have to actually be eligible on your own work history. When you reach full retirement age, you can collect 50% of your spouse's primary insurance amount. Even if they filed early, you can still collect 50% as long as you wait to your full retirement age. Now, you can take reduced spousal benefits as early as age 62, but by delaying past full retirement age, they will not actually grow. Also, you cannot collect on a current spouse's record unless they already have filed for their own benefit. Now, all this applies to divorced spouses as well, as long as you're married 10 years, but the Social Security Administration does waive the requirement for your ex-spouse to have filed. They assume that perhaps you're not talking, so they go ahead and waive that.
And all of these rules, this is how it currently works, but there was some changes just last year.
Yes. So there used to be a workaround that rule where you had to have your spouse file before you could collect. In 2001, there were 2 filing options introduced. One was called file and suspend, and one was called filing a restricted application. So by using file and suspend, a spouse could file for their benefit and then immediately turn it off, just suspend it. And by doing this, this allowed their spouse to go ahead and turn on their spousal benefit. So here we have someone, their own benefits continuing to grow by 8% a year, and their spouse is collecting 50% of their primary insurance amount.
Pretty good deal.
Not bad. Now take it one more step. Let's say the spouse is also eligible for their own benefit. Well, they could also file a restricted application, which means they're restricting their payment to their spousal only. So their own benefit is also growing by 8% a year. So here you have a couple, both of their individual benefits are growing by 8% a year, and they're usually collecting 50% off of the higher wage earner. So this was a loophole that the Social Security Administration closed. You had to be 66 by the end of April and had filed and suspended by that time frame to actually still take advantage of it. Now, if you were 62 by the end of last year, you're still eligible to file for a restricted application at your full retirement age, but now your spouse has to have filed for their benefit, or they had to have been already over age 66 and filed and suspended before the change.
Sounds complicated. And that's changed. That's all gone through. That's official.
Yep, that's official.
All right. So you have benefits for spouses while they're both living. What happens with a survivor?
So survivor benefits are so important because the surviving spouse will receive 100% of the deceased spouse's benefit. And this is why we often recommend that if you have a situation where you want to make sure you have the highest possible spousal benefit, you do delay until age 70 to ensure that. Now, spousal benefits, you only have to be married 9 months in order to qualify for this, which doesn't seem too bad at all, right? But you can also start turning on reduced spousal benefits as early as age 60. So if you're eligible for your own benefit and a spousal benefit, there is some planning you can do. Someone might, for example, turn on their spousal benefit for a reduced amount at 60 and then allow their own benefit to grow till either full retirement or 70 and then switch over to that. And that's something that, again, a financial advisor can really help a person determine, whether or not that makes sense for them. This also applies to divorced spouses or deceased spouses. So they're divorced, rather. So as long as you were married at least 10 years and you did not remarry before age 60, you're eligible to collect off of their record.
Interesting stuff. What was the Social Security website again?
It's just ssa.gov/mystatement.
Fantastic. Thanks, Carissa, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. Social Security. Check out that website, and you're watching Your Future, Your Finances. Thanks very much.